Clash of Cultures Monumental Edition, 2-player game. JP playing as China, fenirob playing as the Mayans. Oh, Mayan.
Oh, goodness. Already.
That's going to happen. We are going to play with the expert rules, which means we'll have leaders and our countries. But we are going to play with the short version, which means we start with 2 settlers each, and we'll get 2 advances during the free advance phase part of the status phase. So instead of playing 6 ages, we're going to play 4 ages. You can watch all the other videos. I'll put a playlist link right here. We've played this game. I've played this game with different people. JP's played it at least once.
It's been a minute, but I'm excited to get back to it.
We're going to try our best not to make mistakes, but as you know, it's going to happen. We're gonna try to take our time and make it right. First thing we need to do is choose a starting player. So pick your left or right hand. My left or right
Let's
hand.
go left.
You will be first player. All right, so take the token. And we are going to begin the first round of the first age. So take your turn.
I'm going to start by moving, and I can move up to 3 different units or groups of units. So just because these start in the same place doesn't mean they have to go to the same place, correct? So I could go like that.
That is right. And you probably want to move one at a time because there's 2 different moves.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with this one, exploring this tile over here.
All right. So
we're going to draw this out, and it's totally clear, so I can put this down any way that I want.
That's right.
No water, no of the other complications.
And you don't have to worry about mountains.
Do I want to forest closer? You know what? Let's keep it.
That's a beautiful.
Let's keep it.
That's a beautiful tile, by the way.
Let's put the forest back this way. So now that he's explored, he's going here.
Right.
And then my second of my 3 groups is going to be this guy, who's going to move over here.
That's right.
Got it. Okay. So we're going to pull this one out. Okay. Now we have water space. He cannot step onto the water space. So the only legal orientation is this way.
That is correct.
And he's in a mountain. So that means his movement is done for this round.
This turn.
I cannot choose the move action to move him again.
That is correct.
Got it. Okay. This is not as pretty a space as this one was.
All right, so that is your first
That is my first action.
Was move.
Yes. So then it costs 2 food to do an advancement. So if I take the advance action right now, it comes from here.
That is correct.
Right? It's only during the bonus round that we get one of ours from the bag.
That's right.
Okay. Let's take the advance action to pay 2 food.
Good catch.
And
one of those cubes.
I take one of these.
And put it in the thing that you're advancing.
All right. And if it's for any of these other columns, it's got to be the top one.
That is right.
It's not going to be a government because I would need a lot of prerequisites. Do I want storage? You know what? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and get storage.
So you immediately get a happy sad token, right? Because storage is yellow.
Yes. And that just hangs out here.
It does.
Okay. So that's number 2. And none of my things... Irrigation, husbandry, metallurgy, and okay. So none of my culture things are changed by that. Action number 3. Let's collect resources from a city.
So you get to collect from 2 because the size of the city is 1, and you're happy.
And we're happy. And they have to be a distance 1 or underneath it.
That's correct.
Okay.
And you can only collect from each space 1 time.
So I think what I'm going to do is just collect from here and get my 2 food back.
Basically. There you
go. Okay, 3 actions.
All right, so it's back, and now it's me.
Yep.
I'm going to copy you, and I'm going to take a move action. I'll move this one first, and they're going to go here. This first of my 3 groups.
Got it.
Flip this over. The water has to be on the edge, but I could pick either way.
Because technically this would be on the edge up here.
That's right. It's there. And I think I'm going to go this way. And so this guy goes here, and that means that unit will be able to move again if I so choose.
If you take the move action on a later action.
This one, I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
So if there's a water space, it's going to have to go there. This over, there is no water space. Now, as soon as I get irrigation, I'm going to get a benefit. For mountains are not going to affect me as much as they will affect you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to go like this.
Okay.
And then this guy moves here. Let's keep the fault line nice and tight. We're going to move again.
Okay.
And then we will go for irrigation. So this comes off of here.
Mm-hmm.
Put in irrigation, I get a happy and sad token. Then out of my bag, I get to take a cube and place it onto terracing, because that's one of the Mayan civilization advances. Your cities may collect basically wood, food, or ore from any mountain space. So instead of just getting ore, I can get different things. And then also my settlers and leaders, whenever if I have any leaders at some point, will also not have to be stuck with the mount thing. So this unit, if I had another action, could move again in this round.
Right.
Okay? That is the end of round 1.
Yes.
We move down, and now it's your 3 actions.
Okay. Now, he's unstuck because it is a new round.
That is correct.
Great. So I'm going to take the move action. And I'm going to move both of them, but let's start with this guy moving to here.
Okay.
To see what the deal is with this tile. All right. Water would have to touch other water and an outside space. But the only legal way is this way.
No, there is no outside space there.
Well, no, but he was stepping to here, so the only legal space is for him not to step into water.
Yes, okay, you're right. I for some reason I thought he was moving into the one in the middle, but you're absolutely correct.
So that changes what this guy is going to do, because he can't step into the water, so we'll move him over here.
And that is action 1.
Action 1. Action 2, I would like to found a city. So I remove a settler from the board in a non-barren space, and I replace it with a city. So let's kick this guy out of here and make that a little city.
Bravo.
All right. Action 3.
Now your maximum building size per city is 2.
Yes.
So you could build a building if you had...
If I had access to a building. All right, so I'm going to take the advance action. I'm going to pay the 2 food, take the thing from the event over here, and I'm also going to get irrigation, which is also one of my specialty ones, which is over here for rice paddies. I get +1 grain from plain spaces with my settlers and no cities on them, up to 2 extra when I take the collect action.
Nice.
And that is my 3 actions. Move, city, advance.
Okay, well, I'm going to do this both a solid, and I'm going to go ahead and move. And we're going to go... well, I don't have to say where yet. I'm going to go here first.
Okay.
Let's see what we get. Well, it's got to be like that. Because water would go to the outside, and he moves into this mountain space right here, which is awesome for the Mayans.
Right.
Normally those are wild.
Yeah.
Those are wild if I build a city here.
Yeah.
Wild.
Just a wild and crazy space.
And then this guy is going to move... I don't want to take part in that barren stuff, do I?
Seems
unlikely. But that puts me closer to these, though. All right, I'm going to go here.
Okay.
And let's see what we get. Ooh. I like mountains, and I cannot lie.
Sure.
So we're going there. All right,
Okay.
so that's actions 1. Action 1.
Mm-hmm.
Action 2, I'm going to build a city here.
Mm-hmm.
Action 3, I'm going to build a city here.
Sure.
Got cities for miles.
Yeah, you do.
Problem is when barbarians spawn now, although this is a viable option for which is actually not terrible for both of us if you elect to build a city there.
Right.
because this helps us with the barbarians. Alrighty then. That was my 3 actions.
Yep.
We move on to the 3rd round.
I'm going to activate a city and take the collect resources action. I'm going to activate this one, which is a happy city, so it gets 2. And because of my rice paddies, I gain +1 from plain spaces where I have a settler and no cities.
Okay.
So I get 1 from here because I have a settler, no city. So I'm getting the 1 food for free from that for sure. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a 2nd food from the space that it's in, and let's take a stone as well.
We're going to call that ore.
Ore, sure.
It's coming from a mountain.
Great.
I guess stones could come from mountains too.
It all comes from
You can call it whatever you want.
You know what?
It's your resource. It's
I'm
your
going to take a
mountain.
big rock. Just a big rock off the top of that mountain. I'm bringing it back to my village. Okay, action 1. Action 2, I am going to go ahead and found a 2nd city. Or 3rd city, I guess.
Is it 2nd city
Right there.
in Chicago or?
Yes.
Okay.
Getting some improv done. 3rd, we're about to get some free ones. Now, question here. Math says engineering and roads can be bought at no food cost. But you still have to take the advance action.
You take
It
the
just
action.
costs nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. And plus it gives you access to observatory. So you know what? I'm going to spend... Oh, and an event would happen.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. I'm going to spend 2 food. I'm going to take an advancement from the board. I am going to take mathematics.
All right, get you a culture token.
Yes.
And that was action 2, but an event triggers.
Yes.
So here we have a splendid...
No, it's action 3.
And that was...
I
and you built
collected, I built the city, and now did an advancement.
So the first thing that happens is barbarians spawn. So within 2 spaces of your city, but at least 2 spaces away from my city, so basically there. Barbarians spawn, and that means place a settlement and an infantry on an empty land space. And you could have put in cavalry or an elephant if you'd like.
You know what? It's early game. We're gonna stay polite with it and just do an infantry for now.
And now all players gain 3 food, but
Hey,
you have storage.
I do.
Oh, I can only get up to 2, but I'll take it.
It's free food.
Yeah, free food, man. So manna from heaven.
There we go. Love it.
All right. So that was pretty benign. Now fill up your events.
Got it. And that is the end of my turns.
All right,
my
so
actions.
I'm bringing up the rear here on age 1.
Yep.
I do have food now, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you've gotten 3 advances now. 2 advances. And 3 advances.
1, 2,
so
3.
you get another happy face.
Oh, you're correct. I did not draw one for when I got storage.
Yeah. Well, you didn't draw it when you got irrigation, right? Because you were so excited about getting your additional.
Yes, that's true. See, a mistake has already happened. I got it here, and I was so excited about getting rice paddies. I forgot to
that's-
also get happy.
Definitely going to be like the least possible thing you need to worry about. I'm gonna play this game a little different than I would normally. I'm gonna go for the arts. So 1, 2.
What? Ridiculous, the arts.
And that gets me a culture token. And I can take that because the top of that, and now that allows me to build an obelisk if I wish, if I have resources. As a free action, pay up to 1 culture to take an influence action. Right now, though, the farthest I could go is 1.
Right.
And you can't change the city. You can't change the city token, just buildings.
Just the buildings.
So I'm not going to do that, obviously.
Okay.
But I do have that, and then that also triggers me, I guess you say the Stellas? Stelas. Tell me in the comments.
Sure.
Because that's from arts. And that says gain 1 culture or an exclamation when constructing an obelisk, founding a city, or capturing a city.
Oh.
I probably should have done that before I built the cities. See? You're already winning. I'm a dummy.
Great.
All right, but that was action 2. Right? No, that was action 1.
That was action 1.
Action 1. And I'm going to collect from this city.
Sure.
Now, keep in mind, you can collect from the same city twice as another, but each time you activate a city, after the first one, its mood goes down 1.
You're overworking
the people. But I'm going to take one of each here.
Okay.
Because I have the mountain specialty that allows me to collect either of these resources from mountains. So I'm going to go from there and there. Just because I have it. I could have done it from there.
No.
Let's see here. That was action 2. Actually, I didn't. I want to get an ore in that.
Okay.
And then for my last action, I'm going to build an infantry unit. I'm going to put it here.
Sure.
Got to protect this house.
More may be on our borders.
Okay. So that is the end of
your turn in the round and the age.
Look at us. We're going to figure this out.
Right.
Christian Marcuson, you sly dog. Although you've done it at least 30 to 50 times in my life. Okay. Also, if you have not played Merchants and Marauders, that's the same designer we have. And I'll put a link up here to those videos. The Adventures of Captain Van Awesome.
We don't talk about that.
And assistant.
And a number of assistants.
That's correct.
That's
But you'll get that when you watch it here. Another great game. All right, that is the end of the age, but we got to do a status phase.
Yes.
So, have you completed any objectives, first player?
I actually don't believe so. No.
I definitely have not. We do our receive a free advance. So the first one you got to pay for.
Yes.
And you go first.
Yes. So, and these are for free.
Well, the first one you got to pay for.
You have to pay for from this.
Right. And the second one will come out of the bag.
Not food.
That's correct. No food.
So it does me no good to do engineering or roads because of my math making them free. So instead, let's go with writing, which allows me to immediately draw one action and one...
You get a culture?
Yes, get a culture token, and then I also get one action card and one objective card.
You're going to get another set of these when we get to the part of the status phase as well,
Great.
Which is good.
Love
Can't score objectives if you don't have objectives, can you?
Need things to do.
All right, so you did that.
Yep.
You got your culture token.
Yep.
All right, you haven't spent any, so you should have 2 culture tokens and 2 happy sads.
2.
Or mood tokens, as they call them. Did that trigger anything off of your board?
Writing. No. Husbandry, metallurgy, and any government advance.
Okay. For my free advance, I'm going to go ahead and take... It's going to trigger an event, though. I'm going to take engineering. Immediately draw a wonder. And now I can construct wonders in happy cities. So will you hand me the top wonder card, sir?
Top wonder card.
Okay. I will show the people who are watching that is what I'm working towards. Or maybe working towards. Okay. That does trigger an event, though. Barbarians move. So, I have to move them 1 space towards me.
Yeah.
But this is 1 space towards me.
It is. I have noticed.
Place 1 infantry in all cities within. So another one goes there. Okay, and now I get the choice to look at this first. It's a great profit that has come along.
Okay.
I may pay 1 culture to keep this card, or I can, as an action card, or I can pass it to you, and it would take 2 culture tokens, which you have, to get this. I'm gonna spend I'm going to spend the token
Okay.
to keep it. Okay. It's a great profit. And I don't think I need to tell you about it because I kept it.
Great.
All right. That is that event. It is done. I fill these up. And now we get our second
Free one.
action because we're playing the short game. And this one does not come out of here. It comes out of the bag, so I'm going to keep one handy.
Okay, I'm going to take philosophy. So I immediately gain one of these, and then I gain one of those after I gain any other science advance.
Okay. Did you get your token?
I did not get my happiness. And the philosophy is not over here, so we're good.
I think for my free action, I'm going to take writing. All the cool kids are doing it. I get a culture. I immediately draw an action card and an objective card. And now we both get to draw an action and an objective card because that is the next part of the status phrase. So you are still first player.
I get to determine, correct?
Yeah, well, now you can decide if you wish to raise one of your cities. I think you should before those barbarians attack it.
That's very possible.
But I'll leave that to you. I'm just offering you my advice as your friendly neighbor. We can sort of see each other over the ocean.
I think you are correct. I am going to raise this city for 1 gold.
All right. Well done.
Instead of losing it to the barbarians. I suppose it's possible I could have tried to build up a military in there, but I have other plans.
Finally, none of us have a government to change.
Nope.
Determine first player. You have more tokens than me. Do you wish to be first player still?
So the only thing that would trigger them moving is an event card, correct?
Right. An event card will trigger the move. If there are no armies within 2 land spaces of your city, which is what is currently the case, then if you have barbarians move on your turn, you will then spawn barbarians instead.
Okay.
So barbarians are coming at you no matter what. You can't have this grand scheme of making them all come after me.
It was more a matter of if I passed first player, was there some way to force you to have to move them before it came to my turn to prevent them from going around this way, but to go to you.
Right.
But since you've got a freshly filled event warning, I doubt you're going to take the advance action 3 times in a row at no cost. So I'll just keep first player.
Okay.
I do have an objective card that I am confused about because it talks about trade routes.
Okay, so trade routes is, I believe, in advance. Start of turn, get 1
Where is this?
food, it's down under economy, per ship or settler that can pair with a different non-angry enemy player city within 2 spaces. So if you get a settler near me, exercise a trade route at the beginning of your turn. Does that help with that?
It does. I just don't think this is particularly
Good.
completable, but yes.
Do you want to draw another one because it's a short game?
Nah, because the other ones I'm going after, I'm not overly worried about. It's an annoying thing that I don't think fits
You also
in line.
have the bottom part of it that would also be doable. I mean, in theory.
Yeah, it's not good. So no, I think I'm gonna see if for some reason I'm led this way, but probably this top objective is just not in the cards for me. But that's just, I'm gonna live with that. That's just how the game worked.
So now we are officially in round 1, in which each of us get to take our turns.
Great.
Before moving on to round turn. Before moving on to round 2.
Round 2 of age 2.
Of age 2, correct.
There we go. Okay, so free actions. First, wait, I've got something here. So I am going to use this action card.
Ooh.
And as a free action, I'm going to duplicate an advance that another player has, excluding civilization advances, at no cost.
You bastard.
And use cubes from the supply, not the event trap.
I know. That's bad. That's bad for me.
But I must have a city or unit within 2 spaces of another player. Well, hey, look right here. 2 spaces.
Huh.
Great. So I shall be inspired by your use of engineering.
Sure.
Gosh.
There's that card. You are such a copycat. You have spies. You're reverse engineering.
I'm building
peoples.
a different wonder at least.
Oh.
That helps you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got here. This is the wonder that I drew and I'm working on.
I hope there's going to be a plaque on that dedicated to the Mayan peoples.
Yes, after you have been extinguished, of course. All right, so that was a free action. Then I can pay 1 culture token, and as an action, I may construct a building at no resource cost. All of the other standard restrictions apply. So I'm going to pay a culture token, and there's that card.
And that was an actual action.
That's an actual action. So this is action 1.
Construct a building at no resource
And
cost.
I could either build the academy or the observatory. Academy, gain 2 of those when constructed. Observatory, gain an action card. Well, you know what? The action cards have been great so far. So I'm going to build an observatory over here on the main capital.
Mm-hmm.
And can I draw an action card, please, for building this observatory?
There you go.
And as stated on the previous action card, no cost.
No cost. Well, it cost you a culture, didn't it?
Well, true. No additional cost. Then I am going to collect from this city.
Okay.
This is action number 2.
You activated it to build. Because didn't it say that all other things apply, like, well, such as activating the city still apply. So to do it, to activate that city again, which you would be doing, you activated it to build the thing. It just cost you
anger
nothing.
the city.
It would just move it to neutral, which means.
Oh, but I won't do that.
But you would still get the benefit of the extra thing before it went down. So you'd gain your 3 resources, and then they would not be happy anymore. I'm sorry that mucks up your plans.
It does.
It was clearly stated on the card, though.
It does, but you're right. And it doesn't really value to activate the other city. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, so I get the benefit of being happy when I activate them, but then they become neutral, correct? I get the benefit of them being happy right now, and then they will become neutral at the end of this.
We're going to go.
So I get 2 plus 1 because they're happy. So I'm going to collect 3 resources here.
Yes.
Okay. So I will take 1 wood and 2 food. And then they become neutral with me.
Indeed.
All right. So that is action number 2. And then what's the pay based on the size? So I'm going to pay 2 happiness tokens to make them happy again.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Because they're a size 2 city. I can pay 2 happiness tokens.
Yes, to move it up 1 level.
Right, from neutral to happy.
And you spent 2 of them.
Yes, 1 I put onto the board
Gotcha.
and 1 extra to pay for it.
Sorry, I'm so busy looking at my own cards that I'm not paying attention to
actions
turn,
and objectives.
Which
but that, I believe, is my entire turn.
As an action, I'm going to construct a building at no resource cost. I am going to construct... It's got to be an academy or an obelisk, because I don't have anything else. And the academy is good because it lets me gain 2 of these, which will allow me to not have food to take an advance. So I think I'm going to build an academy.
With what currency?
It's free.
Oh, because of an action card?
My currency is...
Yes, it's similar
just
to
like
the card
you.
that I used. Got
Thank
it.
you. See, but you've
I saw you
avoid a mistake. Oh, man. You can't really spawn barbarians to hurt these guys anymore behind my lines, because in order to put 1, it'd have to be at least 2 away from my cities.
Right.
So this is relatively safe right now. But I think I'm gonna put it here.
Okay.
On the front lines. That's a temple. That's an academy. It looks like a temple. Academy.
Oh yes, of course. The academy.
Gosh, do I really want to do that though? Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. So I'm activating that city to do that, and that gets me 2 of these. Then I'm gonna research in advance, and this time I'm gonna get fishing, and it comes from here. And I get a happy sad token, also known as a mood. I'm gonna keep it positive and keep them up because
Sure.
And I could move that unit in there and attack those barbarians.
Do you have warfare?
I can't. They can't move. That's right. Tactics. You need tactics.
Yeah.
Which neither of us has, right?
Nope.
We're just sitting ducks.
Yep.
I will collect resources from this, and I will collect 2 food. That is my lame. If the turn felt lame to me, but it is now your turn.
Mine didn't feel great either. All right, I'm going to activate this city, and I'm going to construct units there. So I think, and I can construct 3 units, right? Because I've got,
Yes, up to 3 units there you may.
because it's this, and they're happy.
Correct.
Okay. So I believe I'm going to construct 1 soldier and 2, whatever these are, settlers. Which would be 1, 2, 3, 4 food for the 2 settlers, and then 1 food and 1 ore for the soldier.
Right.
All right. Then I'm going to, let's try this. I don't know if this is smart. Let's take an advance. For
I
my
hope it's
second-
not. I hope it's not smart.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm going to take advance for my second action, and I'm going to buy warfare for a gold and a eureka, whatever,
Idea.
exclamation point. We've discovered that even though you're carrying a sword, you can still walk.
Yeah, wow.
I know.
I only wish I had the way
Crazy.
to copy your technology.
Crazy thought.
You
I know.
spying thief.
And then I'm going to take the move action as my third action.
Yeah.
I'm going to move him here.
Move up to 3 groups.
And I'm going to move both of them here.
Nice.
End of my second round. Or whatever, second set of turns in round 2. Your turns.
I'm also going to take an advance. And I'm going to take tactics as well, because I also like the idea of being able to move my soldiers.
That's, crazy idea. I did not take one of these either.
Ah, see?
Yep. That's what I'm going to miss.
You're going to want, before you start commenting that we made a mistake, you're going to want to watch a little while, because we may catch our mistakes.
At least watch into the next person's turn to
Right.
make sure that some point during that turn we didn't go, wait a minute, I forgot, blink.
Exactly. All right, and I took tactics, which doesn't get me anything special, but it does let me move my units, and it also lets me construct a fortress if I so choose.
Walking with swords, it's hard work. You really got to study.
Okay, well then I'm going to activate this city,
Okay.
and it's got 2. It's a size 2. So I'm going to collect 1 food and 1 wood.
Sure.
1 ore.
Okay. 1 food and 1 ore.
1 food and 1 ore. Then I'm going to activate this city, which is also 2. And I'm going to get 1 of those and 1 of those.
Great. And that is your second? No, that's your second and third action, correct? You did your advancement.
Yep.
You activated one city. You activated a second city.
That is correct. So I'm done. And now
End of round 2.
And now we're into the
Great.
round 3, the final round of Age 2.
Yep. Okay. I am going to
CNN.
for my first action. I'm going to activate this city.
Okay.
This is going to get a little complicated because because of rice paddies, I get to gain 1 food from plane spaces where I have a settler and no city up to 2 extra.
Up to 2 extra. So you will get 2 extra.
I get 2 extra food because of the irrigation.
Right.
Then the city can collect its 3. 1 for the building, 1 for the city, and 1 because it's happy, right?
Correct.
So let's go with 2 ore.
That is legal.
And a wood.
Also legal.
Okay. Hold on.
So what action was that?
That was all activate the city.
Action
but because
1.
of irrigation, it became extra stuff along the way. But yes, all the first action. For my second action, I'm going to take the move action. I'm going to move both of these over to here. I'm going to leave him be. He's fine. Right, there's no incentive for me to go out and fight them necessarily. They're in your territory.
You get a gold and they're gone.
I guess. But what if I lose my only army? No, I'm gonna leave them
defenseless.
I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave you to fight them, and if they become a problem, I can step in. Otherwise, I'm just leaving him there. Okay. And then my third action, I am going to advance something. Boy, now I'm wondering if I did that wrong before.
Again, I hope so.
Because I had math, I think engineering was free, and I probably did it for free because I was planning to do that, but maybe I did that wrong. No, I copied your engineering, so it was still free. I just
yes, but free in a
free in a different way.
Yes.
Boy, if I take I'm not going to take the advance action because if you take it, the barbarians may move towards you, and I want that more than me. So instead, I'm going to take the move action again. I'm going to move both of these guys up here to say hi.
I think I can kill both of those guys.
My guys?
If I really wanted to.
Well, that would be rude.
It would be rude, but why are you coming into my territory with your settlers?
Well, because there's no territory over here to settle.
Okay.
I mean, you still have to build an army and step onto them, right?
Yeah, I could move my army twice.
Oh.
Or build roads and then just go with my roads to them in one move.
Yeah.
And they can't defend themselves. They're settlers. Oh, God. See, your aggressive, passive migrating has forced my culture to go, maybe we should stop these people from infiltrating our territories so that in the later stages, in the later ages of this magnificent time in Middle Earth,
right,
they will come back to get us. But if I do that, that'll make their leaders mad.
That we might get mad, yeah.
Oh, gosh, JP, why do you do these things to me? I think that people want to vote right now in the comments whether I should have attacked them or not, and I'll decide whether I do. My question really is, can you build a city right next to my city? Must be a land space, not barren, contains no city, contains no enemy units. I mean, that would be the ultimate JP passive move to build 2 cities right next to me. I don't think I can let that happen. As much as I hate that, I don't think I can let that happen. Gosh, why do you do this to me? It's an aggressive move. It doesn't seem like it. I'll play this as a free action. Place a free infantry unit in one of your cities.
Mm-hmm.
Free action. You cost me a culture, bro.
You didn't have to do anything about it.
I know, but are you going to retreat your units out of my territory and go populate your own, overpopulate your own side? I see.
I don't have the space.
Well, and I think settlers automatically die. Settlers are not army units and cannot be taken as casualties. However, when the last army unit of a player is removed in battle, any settlers of their color are also removed. So I think a battle occurs.
Yeah. You killed my guys. That's rude.
Did.
That's rude.
So they're gone.
Okay.
That's action 1.
War it is, then.
Action 2.
Oh, Jesus. I'm screwed.
Combat ends. All units. The attacker does not retreat. A new combat round begins. Blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Remove casualties. Capture cities. Settlers cannot fight. If settlers are ever in a space alone with an enemy unit, a battle occurs, so it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
This means that the army units that eliminated the settlers cannot move again that turn.
Oh, so you cannot...
I cannot attack you. So there, I protected me from you, something like that. The rules have protected you. Likewise, a settler moving with an army moves back to where it came from if the attacker retreats. Now, if I had taken that, you would get a settler.
My city.
If I take your city, you get a settler,
Yeah.
but I didn't. So I can't even move again. I can't even move back into my own city.
Nope.
All right, that was action 1, and I really am sorry about that.
I don't think you're sorry. That's okay. You will pay.
And you have a lot of stuff, but you don't have any more settlers anymore.
No,
So your rice paddies are currently
that's true.
useless. All right, I will activate this city.
That'll be the second time.
No? Oh,
Well, the militia card, what did it say about... Because the other thing you had to activate...
it says, as a free action, it says the city does not activate.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I am going to activate that city, and I'm going to build a fortress if I'm allowed here. Fortress costs me 1 of each thing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I'm going to plop that fortress here. A fortress basically defends with an extra die on the first round of combat.
Right.
Even if it doesn't have a soldier there. But if it loses by itself after the first round, it is deed.
Okay.
Teats up like the colonel. Then I will activate this city. And I will get 1 food because I still don't have storage. And an ore. And I'm done. And then we get to the status phase.
Status phase.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I feel like I've woken the JP. But you came into my house. You were about to build a city right next to me. And you knew you were going to do that.
More reasons, yes.
Right.
Well, no, I actually wasn't going to build it there. I had to go farther.
Oh, it's like so certain farthest away from your home city or something.
Yeah.
At least 5 spaces away from another city. See, if you had told me that, we might have been able to make a deal. That happened in another time, and it might have been the time when you played.
That's very possible.
Same thing happened. And at the end of it, we were like, if someone would have just mentioned that's what they were doing, we could have made a deal. And then I think war started, which I think has happened.
I think war is about to start, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, do you have any completed objectives?
No, I got one of them ruined, I think. Nope, and nope, and nope.
I did not complete any.
All right. So next. Oh, I'm going to end up moving the barbarians towards me anyway.
Right, because of the free action
You didn't
thing.
take the free. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to take metallurgy.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Which I realize this triggers an event, but it also gives me fireworks.
So we get to have we're going to have like a party?
Very bright, yes. It's
What
going to
does
be a
what does
fun
fireworks do?
When removing casualties during a first round of combat, I may pay an ore and a wood to cancel a hit.
Okay. During the first round of combat.
Yes. And an event triggers.
Migration. So gain 2 gold.
Okay.
That's just you. You immediately gain 2 gold. How
Right.
convenient. You must both select another player who gets a free settler in one of their cities, and then reduce the happiness 1 step in one of your cities if possible.
Okay. So we select each other. So I'm putting a settler here, and then I'm getting less happy there.
It says, select another player who gets a free one. Not you.
Oh, I thought all of us.
No, you select another player.
Great.
They're migrating from you. They saw what was happening.
They're like,
the writing's on the wall.
Our settlers are being butchered in the fields. Let us go to their people.
Exactly.
So yes, you get a settler, and then you must decrease your happiness in the city, right?
No, it says you do.
Oh, jeez.
It's a migration. Your people you got 2 gold though because you don't have to feed these people anymore.
All right.
Your benefit is you got more money. Your people are like,
I don't need money.
We're out. Wow.
That is rough. Okay.
For the record, I gave JP the option that we would use the variant where you can optionally events, but what did you say? Something like it's the world.
Said if it happens,
Things
it
happen.
happens.
Volcanoes happen.
Yeah.
So do migrations.
My people just left my country. That's fine. Okay,
Wow.
I'm good.
All right. So for my non-free action, which will also trigger an event, at least you didn't spawn barbarians.
That's true. Could have been worse, I guess.
Could have been worse. It will be worse for me.
Can only hope.
So this one costs 1. God, I want to keep up with the Joneses now that you're attacking me.
Nah, go into art. Isn't that your thing?
I'm going to take draft.
Okay.
And I get a culture token for that.
Okay.
For the record, I
get a culture token for metallurgy.
Okay. That means you may only spend the mood token for one of the units when you're recruiting.
A single infantry may be
right.
marked.
If you can get more, but you have to pay for those with other
means. Sure.
Okay. That does trigger an event. Barbarians move.
Thank goodness.
Okay. So that's going to happen first. And then we're both going to be safe because we both have irrigation. So we will not experience a famine.
Great.
But I do have to move each of those armies. Move all armies within 2 land spaces of your cities, 1 space towards your nearest city. So 1 and 1. I could move it there, actually, and I will.
I understand.
All right. But that triggered an immediate battle.
Correct.
So technically I shouldn't have moved that yet, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Right.
So we have a battle now, which means I have, you're going to roll for them.
Okay.
I'm going to roll for me. I get, it's 1 die each, and 5 is what we're looking for.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. 5, you're going to take the number and divide your total number. So if you were using 10 dice, you take the total number and you divide it by 5, and that's how many hits are sustained.
Got it.
So here we go. I guess we'll roll them here. 2 and a 1. So nothing happened.
Great.
For that round, but I think we fight another round, unless I'm not retreating.
I mean, I don't think the barbarians ever choose to retreat,
I don't
right?
think they would. I need to kill these guys. Oh gosh.
So that'd be a 6 from the barbarians,
and only a 3 for me, and I can't do anything to change that. So this guy dies.
He is a casualty of war.
This goes. Oh, I think this goes. I think that goes away. It may stay. Let me see here. I haven't lost to the barbarian in so long. Gosh, this game has devolved into a.
If you wanted to see Warfare Simulator,
all right.
enjoy.
Let's see here. Remove casualties. End of battle. Check. Barbarians move. Barbarian battles. Barbarians capturing cities. If a barbarian unit ends up alone in a player's city, replace the current settlement with a barbarian settlement. Any buildings in the city stay in their current colors.
Okay.
And they are regarded as being under cultural influence. So I still get the point for having that academy sitting there for now. It's my academy. Maybe they'll learn to read and realize how bad that was.
Right? Maybe we shouldn't take other people's cities.
The player who lost the city gets a settler in the city of their choice.
Well, that's nice.
Okay, well,
there's your captured city back.
It's going to be this one still. All right, and then the city becomes angry.
Well, I mean, it was assaulted by barbarians. Makes sense.
That's a bummer. And that was barbarians move.
Yeah.
Then place 1 infantry in all cities within 2 land spaces of your cities.
Oh, which should be
None.
Unless I get an infantry for free.
Oh, wow.
No. See, the good news is by taking that city, you actually don't spawn more barbarians.
Right.
It's a sacrifice for the greater good, right?
Right. I satisfied their bloodlust.
Right.
What would you call that? Not satisfied.
Satiated.
Satiated. That's
Yes.
right. Okay. Oh, that sucked royally. Thank you for that. But now we get a free advance.
That's true. And we both get to refill our little event tracker
Oh
things.
my gosh, man, that is ugly. Okay.
All right.
Leave one cube out because you're going to need it.
As a free advance, I'm taking steel weapons.
Okay. And you're going to make me do all the same stuff as you are to help you out. I mean, to help this out, but I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I don't know why you're going to fight me full on here. The barbarians are doing your bidding for you.
Yeah, you don't realize I secretly played the card to pay off the barbarians earlier in the game to get them to fight on my behalf.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and take autocracy.
Okay.
After recruiting at least one army, gain a happiness or a culture.
Great. I'm going to back up and correct something since it's
Yeah.
happened during this status phase. Because I have philosophy, when I gain a science advancement, I'm also supposed to gain one of these.
Okay.
So that is a correction, but from this status phase, not that far back to correct.
Well, that took care of that part of the status phase. Now draw cards. So we each get one of these. You're still first. And I also draw cards. And you got a token when you took that last advance, right? Your free advance?
No, steel weapons actually does not give you a token.
Okay, mine didn't either. Do you want to raise a city?
No.
I don't either. Change a government?
No, I can't.
I can't either. Determine first player.
I'm keeping it. If it is my say, I've got 4 tokens here, right? That's what determines it? Yeah, I would like to keep it.
Okay. All right. Well, that then begins the second half of the game.
The
which
Age
still
of
has
War.
first play, the Age of War. Oy.
Here we go.